It goes on and on and on. This is the new narcotics. This is organised crime. Not just household but industrial waste, plastics, insulation panelling, batteries, oil cans. Insiders say the returns are higher, the risks lower than drug dealing or people smuggling. And this site in Oxfordshire, just one of many.
So here's how the grand scam works. Successive governments have increased the taxes and fees for legal dumping so much that for every truck you're looking at around £2,500. So think about it. If you dump illegally at a place like this, you're trousering £2,500 straight off, plus your profit margin on top. 4 trucks here a day, £10,000 a day, 70,000 a week, easy money, low risk.
Steam rises from whatever is decomposing deep down. The River Cherwell borders the site, posing an urgent pollution threat.
As soon as it rains, or just over time, as the materials in the dump break down, they're going to leach out all sorts of chemicals. We don't even know what's in there.
They wash out the chemicals.
Exactly, and those will go into the river. In the river there is invertebrate, they're eaten by fish, amphibians, all sorts of life. We don't have time to wait for the person to be identified. We want to see the Environment Agency start to remove the rubbish, have it put away, treated properly, and for the river to be able to thrive again.
Where the dump meets the river, we filmed a boom put in by the Environment Agency in recent days. That will stop floating rubbish, but is utterly useless at preventing rainwater leaching toxins into the river system just a few metres away. We also discovered an area where the sheer weight of the dump has now burst the retaining fence, spilling right up against a land drain feeding into the river system. The crime gang chose their spot well for a summer operation, screened by trees on all sides. Hardly anyone noticed what was unfolding month after month. But local water bailiff Billy Burnell did notice.
Oh, they knew what they were doing, and you imagine the size of the outfit.
His photos show continuous dumping across the summer into autumn, and when he complained in September, he was amazed to learn the Environment Agency had known about it all for months.
I was astonished, really, because I would have thought that if they'd have known it that long, they would have at least had some solid leads as to who it was through surveillance and that sort of thing, or at least locked.
There was no surveillance.
I don't believe there was any surveillance. No, there certainly weren't any cameras.
The site is next to the A34, a busy road less than 20 minutes from the centre of Oxford. Satellite imagery shows just how quickly the site went from green fields to an enormous waste dump. In April last year, the fields are covered by grass, but within weeks the whole site is dug up and cleared and an excavator is visible. And months later, by the end of September, the entire stretch of land is filled with waste. So it's incontestable that the Environment Agency has failed to stop this happening for months, has failed to prosecute anyone, and has failed to clear up the mess.
So we're going to get that down here?
Lib Dem leader Ed Davey was here this morning.
Well, I'm genuinely shocked at the sheer scale of the crime that's been committed here and the damage to the local environment, the threat to the River Cherwell, as well as the wider environment. And it's not good enough for the Environment Agency to say, well, we're going to go after the people and try and prosecute them so they can pay for it, and then we'll clean it up. They need to clean it up now.
And yet, even grass is taking root here as nothing happens. In recent days, the government has declared this a critical incident. The Environment Agency says it is pursuing an urgent investigation. Bristol just this weekend, but it could be anywhere in the UK. The House of Lords recently reported that annually organised crime gangs dump enough rubbish to fill 35 Wembley stadiums every year. Clearly, the Environment Agency and the police can't cope, and they know of at least 6 other sites like the Oxfordshire one. Hodes Wood in Kent, a site of special scientific interest known for its ancient woodland plants and wildlife. The mess here, even larger than Oxfordshire. So far, it's taken over 5 years to get to a clean-up. Illegal waste dumps like Hodes Wood, operated by crime gangs, stretch across England. There are 2 in Burnley in Lancashire, in Northwich in Cheshire, Sittingbourne in Kent, Camborne, Cornwall, and in Fakenham in Norfolk. Back here in Oxfordshire, we saw no sign of the Environment Agency here today. There's no hint of any prosecutions, and there is no sign of any clean-up anytime soon.
Well, in a statement, the Environment Agency said, quote, "It is following several lines of inquiry. Additional officers have been deployed both to manage the site and to progress the investigation, working closely with the local police."